Following the House passage of his big, beautiful bill, Donald Trump, of course, was doing his victory lap. He did a rally in Iowa, which I will talk about in a later segment, but he also got to immediately speak to the press because they're just always hanging around him like the remoras on a shark. And one reporter, immediately after the House passed it and Trump was waiting, this happened Thursday, he was waiting to sign it on Friday so it could be signed on the 4th of July. One reporter asked him, about the power you amassed within your party compared to your first term. So in other words, a reporter asked him hey, you served 4 years, you took 4 years off because you lost. Now you're back. Do you think you have more power now, or did you have more power then? And Trump responded by saying, quote, I think I have more power now. I do. I could say, oh, gee, I don't know. I think I probably do because we've had a great record of success. My first term was very, very successful. We had the greatest economy in the history of our country. I think we're going to blow it away this term. But, we've proven certain things. And yeah, I think probably it's got a bit more gravitas, more power, he said. Now, here's the thing. We obviously did not have the greatest economy during the war in the history of the world during his first term because we hit a recession. And we've probably already hit a recession right now, too. We're just waiting for the final economic numbers of the second quarter to be able to confirm that. But based on all available evidence, definitely looks like we're in a recession. So technically, he's not wrong when he says we're going to blow that out of the water because, yeah, you destroyed it much faster this time than you did the first time. But he's not wrong about having more power. Because you have these Republicans, right? We had, 20 Republican holdouts? Is what we'd been hearing, Wednesday and then Thursday morning. Oh, these Republicans aren't happy. There was a MAGA revolt. There was a centrist revolt. Basically, Republicans in the House across the board didn't want to vote for this. So what did Trump do? Called him into the White House, gave him autographed pictures of himself, and they came out and said, well, I'm going to vote for it now. Look at this. This is great. I got a picture. Ooh, you can't get this on the internet. And so they said, okay, I'll do it. He was able to convince these Republican lawmakers to pass the most unpopular piece of legislation in our lifetimes. And yes, it is. More than 35 points underwater. The public doesn't want this. Independents do not want it. Democrats do not want it. About half of Republicans did not want it. They understand that trickle-down economics is a lie. Very few people, even in the Republican Party, believe that outside of the halls of Congress. So this whole thing was just absolute political self-destruction for these Republicans who voted in favor of it, but they did it anyway because they were afraid of what Trump would do. They were more afraid of him than they were of the backlash they're going to get in next year's midterms. So, again, he is right. He has more power now. And he's going to continue to abuse it because he knows that that power is now finite, right? The time limit on that power, I should say, is what's finite. Because he's got a little under a year and a half before the voters get to go back to the polls and get these Republicans who just betrayed everything they've talked about for the last 8 years, they're going to vote him out. That much is fairly obvious at this point. Even before the bill's passage, even when it was just, concepts of a plan, polls were already showing that generic Democrat was going to wallop generic Republican. So we're looking at another blue wave. And once that hits, all this power that Donald Trump is boasting about right now, probably going to be gone. It could be a little bit more difficult for him to do some things. He's going to try, probably going to see a lot more executive orders as a result of that. But he's bragging now. Next year, it's going to be a different story. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.